no heroes. No heroes. No heroes, baby.
Alright, we are in the game. Gaston versus Angelo, Doffy versus Blackbeard. My name is Yo, and we're gonna see the fist bump. And for people wondering why is it so fast, don't worry, just to speed up, so it's easier for my time. But going into the game, we're gonna see a search, not a search, manipulation of the top 3 cards. It's gonna be one teach, which I'm gonna call the martial teach on Doffy's side, and then a Gekko and a Law. And on Blackbeard's side, we're gonna see 2 done, most likely either Lafitte, the stage, or this is my age to get the game rolling. Why this game is going on, for those who don't know me, my name is Yo, aka Moses, aka Musa, aka whatever you want to call me, but I know that you know who I am. But we're gonna see Dog Q removing the buggy, just one less body to swing for in the later stages, and we're gonna see the pass. So Blackbeard versus Doffy, I think I've seen this a few times. This can go either way. I've seen Doffy win, I've seen Marshall teach win. As a matter of fact, Angelo on his way to get here, he faced Fabi got Glück and beat him. So he already knows how to play against a Doffy player, but we're gonna see leader ability, down ×2 when attacking, rest 1 down, and then get one of your 4 costs or lower warlords onto the field if you hit. If you don't hit, well, that's tough. But we're gonna see the hand of the Blackbeard just for a tiny bit, but most likely gonna see 2 down. Oh no, we're gonna see leader ability and the Dog Q. Also, I love that there's a little token on Angelo's side to ensure that we know when Blackbeard's leader ability has been used. But if not, we had beautiful judges standing aside and watching the game to ensure that there's no hiccups. We see 4 down vested though. Most likely gonna be, just Gekko to have some vested on, and 2 more under Doffy with the teach ability, and get a Law and swinging into life, no trigger, which, I mean, you face black, you don't see a lot of triggers, but finger pistol, black hole is an option. There's a few cards that really make sure that you're not being happy. You're not gonna be happy for the rest of the day. But on the side of Blackbeard, we're gonna see 6 into Law, and we're just gonna let him go because we only have 2 cards. Discarding a Van Augur of leader ability to then just get him out of the way, and yeah, there's no more. Just a teach on the board. No Moya, no Law, and 2 cards on the board on the side of Blackbeard that, funny enough, if they get removed on KO, draw you additional cards. So there's a big incentive to not KO them. Best case scenario, just bottom deck them or bounce them back to hand or into life. But Doffy doesn't usually do that. They do run removal, but with the on-plays being negated, the only card that could help you in that scenario would be Gravity Blade, and I think you would want to keep that for some bigger threats like Jesus Burgess. But we see 5 in the Dog Q. We're not gonna contest it. We see it draw 1, and we see the 7 cost Doflamingo. 7 cost, 7k on play would bounce the 7 cost back to the hand. He can also bounce himself. Usually doesn't come up, but since we had the on plays negated, there's no bouncing of Van Augur anytime coming soon. And there we see the hand, finger pistol, 10 cost. We see black hole, another stage, 2 stages. As a matter of fact, I think another Kuzan. So yeah, we are looking good on Blackbeard's side. We are really looking good on Blackbeard's side. But let's see how he is gonna decide to remove the Doffy. If I remember correctly, since it's no what's the name, secret that I've already seen this match. I was there during the stream, and there we go, me fixing the cam from Gaston. So for everybody wondering why is he not there, I got you. But in the meantime, I think there's the search. Top 3, 2 times. This is my age, and it's Jesus. We're not gonna take the Burgess. We're just gonna take more search, rest more done, and see stronger and 2 Van August. I don't think we need another one. So we're just gonna take the 2K. And yeah. Gaston having only just 2 cards in his hand, 2 cards on board, 5 life. Meanwhile, Angelo's looking as healthy as he can be. There we see the remainder of the cards being trashed by This Is My Age. And we see Van Auger being rested. We see the dice to confirm that too. And we're gonna see a 5 interlead. We're just gonna take that. We need card draw. We need cards in hand, and life is a resource in that scenario. So two more done. I would bet that's a dog queue, and it is. It is just a dog queue. We're gonna see. Yeah, and we're gonna see discarding the finger pistol. I don't remember that anymore. I mean, it was a long and interesting match, and making history either way, either being Gaston who is gonna win, and being the youngest winner ever. I think within not only Europe, I think in general, regional winner of course, and then Angelo being the first Blackbeard in Europe, for sure just in Europe, but I'm not certain. We're gonna see, but should be Europe in the West. Topping and winning with Blackbeard. But we see 8k swing into Van Auger. No usage of lead ability. We're not gonna try to get the blind flip going. We're just gonna tell him that, okay, either I'm getting 2 cards out of your hand, or I'm giving you 1 card. And that's the consideration to be made. But I think ultimately this will go down to it should get down to, if you want to protect him, you just discard the stronger that you just searched earlier. You're gonna see, taking a look into the hand. We do know that he has a Kuzan in his hand, so he couldn't just let it go. And nope. We're gonna see 2 cards, and resting the remainder, we're gonna see Josu. Okay. Well, again, no on place, but another body that needs to be removed. Yes, it is removable via Van Auger and any event card that Blackbeard usually runs. But if he stays, but the question is, does he stay? We see the Kuzan, another Van Auger, and then Doku. Gaston already knows. We cannot let it go. We see a Burgess being discarded, finding a Shiryu. But this should be just a 2k Shiryu and a 6k swing, which will be taken. We're gonna use lead ability, and now we're gonna see the count. Should be plus 3k, so there we see the dice. And yeah, Angelo's looking pretty healthy. Pretty healthy. 2 Van August, 1 Doc Q, 1 Jesus Burgess. Cards on the board that currently, if you try to remove them, will give you value. If you don't remove them, they give you continuous value. And Gaston is really on the back foot. There's no Warlord on his side right now trying to help him get through Blackbeard's wall of removal. You can decide to swing if you teach, but right now it's not greatest case, Gaston's asking for the trash, and we see the judges taking back the dices from the beautiful second anniversary box. I really personally enjoy it. I think it's a really good product by Bandai, and the way that it did it also across the other games was pretty seeming. I can't speak. It was pretty good. Let me put it this way. 10 done. We see 2 done being rested. Another teach. Okay, and we're gonna use that teacher's ability to get 2 done underneath, and we're gonna put another one under and use 1 done and swing into Venaga, get the law, and we get the draw on Angelo's side. And then we're gonna swing with the remainder onto the other Venaga, which will cause another draw, which will boost Burgess up to 9k. And yeah, 10 down on Angelo's side. We see 5 into 3. Most likely, we know who is gonna be. Must be. Oh, okay, not Blackbeard yet. We're gonna discard Black Hole 4 for the lead, and we see another 10 cost, so he should have 2 in hand. We see 9 into 9 into law, playing the beautiful 10 cost manga, discarding. It didn't catch what he discarded, but either way, we know there is 5k swing. There's no fear. We're just gonna see the block by the teach, and we see 4 into 6. Cost of Don, Mihawk, and Joso, and Mihawk being able to be just used with his when attacking and trying to filter your hand. But we're gonna see the discard. Oh no, we're gonna see the fuller lid. Finding a Vasquez shot. But yeah, tapping the leader. Using the activate main, negating the effects, and we're gonna flip the Joso upside down to ensure that we know that, hey, this is the one that I targeted with my 10 cost. And we're gonna see the Mihawk swing, drawing 2. Or is that Red Rock? I think so, yeah. But anyways, drawing 2, trashing 1, trying to filter the hand a little bit. And we see, what will we see being discarded? I mean, Gaston is only on 1 life left, and he's staring down 2 tankers, Blackbeards. We're gonna see. Oh, it's draw 2, trash 2. There we go. But yeah, discarding the Weaver and the Boar in a world where there's no on plays, they're pretty much useless, and you would like to have cards in hand. And we see a swing with the leader, and then the pass, and especially a teach onto the board. However, Blackbeard be counting his trash at 10k swing, and we see the fist. And yeah, we're gonna go into game 2. Unfortunate for Gaston in that scenario. He didn't see his pieces. And he actually, he was pretty much on curve. There we see the beautiful casters of this match. Also, Ben and Taj. Great working with them. Obviously, you cannot hear them because I'm casting over them, but it doesn't really matter. The players are shuffling up, and we are getting ready for game 2. If I remember correctly, it should be Gaston going first again, but I am more than interested. The judges are shuffling for the players, and the players putting their trust into the judges. English is hard, I guess. And and just gonna let that slide. At least Angelo is doing that, but we're gonna see the brief cut, and we're gonna see the draw. Gaston's hand looking, yep, not looking worthy to keep. I mean, he is 1 game behind, so there we go, back into foot screen. He's 1 game behind, so he wants to get a hand that is, explosive, is doing something. Kayas, I think there was a buggy also there. They're not really what he needs. He really needs 2-cost teach in his hand, cards like Weaver, and making sure that every turn he can use his ability. We see the fist pump, we see Weaver, a Sengoku, a Josu, and I think that's more like what you need. All depends on what the Sengoku is gonna find. And there we see Red Rock, 2 Red Rocks, a Boar, but the most important card of them is Teach, and we're just gonna take that. And I think that's most likely the reason why he decided to go first, to ensure that he can get his search out and not get blocked by the Blackbeard's leader ability. Because imagine going second and then you don't have any on plays. Your searches are pretty much just weenies, but they don't get any benefits like they get in Zoro. It's tough. And Angelo, looking at his hand, I hope I showcase his hand too, so we can also see that, but most likely thinking on, okay, do I have a turn 1 play, or maybe thinking just ahead. But we are discarding Burgess for leader ability and just playing a Dock Q, but deciding not to use it. Saying that, okay, well, the Sengoku is not a threat right now, and there are better things that I can deal with. So we see the swing into leader and getting a Weevil out, but it will be met with this is my H trigger, getting a stronger, and yep, that is it for the turn. Like I said earlier, Blackbeard is a deck that plays a lot of events, because there's not a lot of things with on plays. We see 5k swing and a Laboon. Interesting to see that. Laboon, Dock Q, removes the Weaver, discarding, I think, Black Hole to again negate the on plays on Doffy's side. But luckily enough, we have a Teach on our side, which would help tremendously, trying to get the value, trying to get the combos running. I think we're gonna see 4 down being invested to play one of the Warlords, and it's gonna be none other than Mihawk. Tapping the Teach, putting a card back on top, and then getting up to 2 vested done over there. And we swing 7 into the Laboon, getting a Crocodile out, 4 cards in hand, and we're just gonna let him go. And the Sengoku showing why he should have been removed earlier, because now he just gets his free swing, but Dock Q not leaving without giving a card back to Angelo. So 6 down, 5 into not into Teach, 5 into Crocodile. We're gonna see a Laboon and a Dock Q. So just a reset of the game earlier. Exactly the same, not the game earlier, the round earlier. There we go. And consideration. Yep, we're gonna see this is my H being discarded for the activate main of Blackbeard to ensure that there are no on plays, and I think this will be a common occurrence. We will not allow any turn for Doffy to get his value out, trying to control how quickly he can get the advantage game. We're gonna see a 5 into the Laboon, which again will be let go, but I thought to myself, again, I didn't look into the deck list prior. Most people did not play Laboon anymore, but he does. So if you are really interested in why he does so, you can check out the deck profile on the channel, and we're gonna see a finger blister. It's like, again, Blackbeard playing a few events, but yeah, finger blister, Black Hole, This Is My Age. Liberation is also an event that they play. There's a few things you can hit in life, and Gaston was not fortunate enough to escape that reality too. But with the Jozo on board, with the law being rested, we still have a lot of bodies onto the board, which with enough done can just mean a lot of potential swings coming Angelo's way. I mean, again, this is not gonna be Zoro. With one done, everybody gets a 1k boost, but this might as well come down to, we're gonna have lots of tiny 5k swings coming your way and shipping away on the hand, chipping away off the hand of Angelo. But we're gonna see the Burgess. There we see the recount of the trash, which would indicate 3k boost. So, and speaking of boost, we're gonna see a boost to the count into the trash. Blackbeard using leader ability as expected after getting rid of the law. And there's just clarification regarding the counter, because if I remember correctly, I was pretty confused on why there's no anniversary dice put onto Burgess, but hindsight is 2020. But now on the side of Gaston, he does have the Josu still active and running. He can use him to swing. We could see his split 7-7, but he is tapping onto the teach. Yeah, reassuring himself, putting a card back on top, not electing to play out anything. So this might be a situation where he needs to be as efficient with his Don as possible, or, which is more likely, he tries to get around playing into a finger pistol, and we're gonna see Ege Kamoria, not the SP version this time, but still a 7k swing into Marshall de Teach with 2 cards in hand, but 2 life on the side of Blackbeard, and we're gonna see Teach swinging, and his hand, we do see a finger pistol. We see, I think, 2 strongers. Yep, a Laboon and the Vasco shot that has been searched earlier with another Burgess, and yeah, it's a big swing, and I don't think you want to go down to 0 life, especially if you're not gonna be on 10 down. Even if you're gonna be on 10 down, you cannot. And we're gonna see the recount. Oh, we're just gonna see. Okay, that's the amount. Anyhow, even if you are on 10 down and playing it on the 10 cost Burgess, you still need to 10 cost Blackbeard. You still need to get rid of his board, and with 2 cards in hand, I mean, yes, the Burgess is gonna clear something, and Teach can clear, the Blackbeard can clear the Teach, but even without that, oh, okay, he's gonna go for the safe route. Yep, there we see the 10 cost, stunning the Josu And the question now is he gonna use lead ability? I mean, there's an argument that he can just trash the finger pisser, and we're gonna see the finger pisser being trashed. So 10 done on Doffy's side. Josu cannot attack, but Sengoku can, and there's no life. So I think this is just a scenario of just easy mathematics, where this is just a situation of easy mathematics where people can just see, okay, we're gonna split done, we make 2 equal swings, and if he has it, he has it, but I'm still safe. But we see 6 done attached to Sengoku, making it an 8k swing, and well, earlier we saw 2 strongers. So this most likely is gonna be just 2 strongers being discarded, and now making sure that the next swing is gonna be safe, and Burgess is gonna go up to 9k. And with 4 done, I mean, if you have a Warlord, you would really want to play him in active, and there we see the 5k swing. I've never seen somebody rest a blocker as fast like that, and we're gonna see 1 Teach, 1 Sengoku, no on-plays, but right now you just need the numbers. And having an active Josu is just ensuring that, well, we're gonna see another day. And as we can see on Blackbeard's side, he does not have another 10 cost. He does have 2 Vasco shots and a Kuzan. However, this shouldn't be enough. Yes, he can clear the Sengoku, but right now he's staring down potentially 4 attacks and with 3 blockers. But let's see. We're gonna see 5 getting the draw and getting. Hey, good question. Does he have another Vasco shot in the trash? Because I don't think so. I didn't see one, at least. And I don't remember him milling one with finger pistol. So we're gonna see. Yeah, he redrew into full elite, which is not really helpful trying to survive. Oh, he only has 1 Vasco shot, not 2. Okay, that's a different story then. Then I guess, yeah, what's your best call then? Recounting potential swings, but the Kuzan didn't get you another counter card. It didn't find you another blocker. So right now, this is looking pretty grim. I mean, you could get out the Win Augur, play Docu, and remove. Even that is not enough. Oh, we're gonna see Lafitte resting 1 down additionally to get another 2k in hand. So we're gonna see 7 into lead. Okay, so we're trying to race him. So 7 into lead, 9k with Burgess, keeping the 10 cost up, playing another Vasco shot. And yeah, this is just 10 down on Gaston's side, 1 5k swing from lead, 7k from Josu, 2 bodies who are 2ks, and 1 T choose a 3k. I mean, you just need enough dawn on each character to threaten at least 2 cards out of hand. You need at least 6 dawn. No, you need at least 8 dawn to make Sengoku, Teach, and the other Sengoku being able to swing. So we're gonna use the natural body of Josu and swing 7, seeing how he's gonna react. We're gonna see him discard 2 cards, increasing the count on Burgess by another 1k. But right now, this is a tough situation. Again, you have 3 swings. If you really want to, you have 4 swings. And we're gonna see, is it gonna be 6? I mean, you could also do that. You can swing 6 with Teach, 6 with Doffy, 5/5 with Sengoku, and I think, yeah, that's the decision. Asking for a 2k out of hand or a block, and if we see the block, you're probably gonna see another 6, and if that's gonna be blocked, then we know our answer. I think we just saw a 1k in hand and then the brick. I don't think we saw much more. Actually, no, he discarded the stage for the lead ability, but we are gonna see the block. We see 7k into the leader and looking into the card, maybe bluffing. And then we're gonna see, in addition to 7, and we're gonna see him taking his trash into the hand. And we're gonna go back to the caster and gameplay view, because this is gonna go to a best of 3 game 3. And yeah, I think 1-1 is tied. Blackbeard has now the decision if he wants to go first or second, whether he wants to disrupt the flow of Gaston and take his turn 1 play, or if he keeps it going and goes second and just tries to play his curve game. But we see the first deck being presented. Then there's no card coming this way, and okay. Weevils and 7 cost galore. No search, I think. No Perona or Buggy to set the top of your deck. So, yep, we're gonna see a full mulligan. And on Blackbeard's side, we're gonna see the same. Again, for the people wondering why are they talking so fast, it is sped up by a tiny bit, so I will not sit here for the next century. However, we're gonna see the first deck being presented. A yawn by Gaston. And just moving, we see the last fist bump. And we're gonna see, I think, 3 boars. And him going second. So yes, he can play the boar on curve. I doubt that the boar will have the on plays. But Blackbeard discarding a Burgess, the scenario that I mentioned earlier, came into fruition, making sure that the Doffy does not get any on plays, no searching, no setting top of your life, and making this as hard as possible. So there is, I think, no turn 2 dawn play in his hand either way. Or does he have a Sengoku in hand? I think I'm seeing a Teach in hand, but I must be mistaken. We just see a Perona being played. Again, since the on-plays are negated, there's no looking at the top 5 and making sure that we find what we need next turn. So that's that. We see the Lafitte being invested to find a Kuzan this time. I think this is the first occurrence for this game. The altered Kuzan. We're gonna see 5 into lead. We're just gonna take that. No trigger. And might be 2 for Doc Q, but we're just gonna see. This is my age. Finding a 10 cost Blackbeard and a Van Augur. We're just gonna take the 10 cost Blackbeard and most likely gonna discard a card to negate all on plays. Or is it gonna be that? Yep. We're gonna see the bird is being discarded to ensure that there's no on plays. But we do see the Pona clearing. The Lafitte. Gonna see Teach coming down and 7k into the Blackbeard, playing out a boar again with no on plays, but nevertheless it is a 4 cost 6k. So we will see about that. We're gonna see a 5k swing. We're just gonna let that slide. We're gonna see that beautiful Kuzan alt art, playing him down, immediately using his effect on drawing a card and playing out the Burgess. Seeing a recount, just 6 cards in the trash, now 7, and still just being a 4 cost 6k, which cannot be KO'd by effect, but we see on the side of Doflamingo 4 down being rested for probably another boar and using the lead ability, getting 2 done to his name and swing 7. Probably just 7/7, getting another boar down onto the field. We did see all 3 of those boar in his opening hand, and we see another 7k connecting. So this means Blackbeard needs to really get the spot moved in a timely fashion. Otherwise, this is gonna be quicker over than he can think and he can hope for. Again, the dream is to survive until 10 down, getting a 10 cost down and slowly but surely chipping your opponent away. Similar to how Katakuri used to play back in the good old days. He just plays Big Mom and has a big body, gets you down on life, gets up in life. But we see the stage being discarded for the leader ability, increasing the count of Burgess to a 7k, which will be easily answered with a Mihawk. We're gonna see a 6k ping again, which will be protected. And we're gonna see Doc Q and Laboon, best friends forever. Gonna see them 2 rested and getting rid of one of the boars. But there are still 2 boars onto the board, and there is still no blocker on the side of Angelo. So that might be pretty heavy. 2 life also left, a bit of Dawn, to Gaston's name, and we're gonna see 7 into life, asking for at least 2 cards in hand. Maybe I can show the hand just about now so we can see how this is gonna be, but we're gonna see a 7 connecting. So we might see another 7k swing by Boer, maybe also just increasing it to 8, saying that okay, if we took this one, we're gonna go 7, 8, 9. We're gonna use the teach again without vested dawn, but we're gonna swing 8 again into the teach. Will be answered by 2Ks. So there's no finish coming up really soon. We're gonna see. Are we gonna see 8? Oh, it should be 9 if I remember correctly. I mean, he should have 5 done left anyway, so it should be 9. Oh, but we're gonna see 5, and now the 7 into lead, playing a weaver, no on place, but it will connect. Angelo thinking whether he wants to use, oh, it's a finger pistol trigger, and yep, now we see a pretty heavy Gaston and not so heavy Angelo. Yes, Burgess is an 8k body and probably can get rid of one of the weavers, but the most important part here, Blackbeard is on 9 done. He is not in any shape or form ready to go into the I'm playing my 10 cost, having a big blocker on the board, making sure that one of your cards cannot attack in general, and still making sure that, you know, there's no on place with the leader ability and just slowing down the game. But you do have Laboon and Docu onto the board, which would 100% get rid of one of the cards on board without trying to get into any funny shenanigans with trying to swing and getting counted out. You do have the Burgess, who is an 8k, so he would most likely get rid of another body with a bit of dawn attachment. But right now, the hand of Angelo is looking pretty grim. There is not a semblance of a counter card. So the only way he can get some counter is playing This Is My Age. But we see a 5k swing, which will just be taken. Electing to keep all of his all of his cards in hand to ensure that his bodies will stay. But the 7k swing is coming down to the lead. So we're trying to go for game, and Gaston is the winner, and this is how the story will end. Gaston takes the W, and this was me now from the side of the caster, and I'm happy to commentate this match. Hopefully you enjoyed this commentary and just seeing this match again. If you're interested in both of these lists, Gaston's deck profile and Angelo's deck profile is on the channel live, so if you want to check them out, you can do that. My name is Yor, and I see you the next time when there is One Piece regional to be commentated on.